Hi guys, this is Karen from A Yarn Tale. I thought I'd pop on for a quick mini episode to tell you guys two things. First, we are gonna have a giveaway, our very first giveaway. So if you like free yarn, stick around and I'll tell you how to get entered for a chance to win. And then second, I really want to talk through what I'm planning on taking on our trip to Maine. So if you saw the last episode, then you know that in about a week or so, we're gonna all pile in the minivan, my whole family and the dog, and drive from Chicago to the coast of Maine for 5 weeks just to get out of the city and go somewhere else, anywhere else. So 5 weeks is a long time as far as knitting is concerned, so I really needed to think through what I'm gonna need for my time out there so that I have some projects to work on and hopefully some things to show you all. So stick around. So the way I see it, there's a few categories of stuff that I need to worry about. I have to figure out what projects I'm gonna bring, what yarn I'm gonna need for those projects, my needles, my notions, and probably some backup paper patterns because I'm always worried that I'm not gonna be able to get to my Ravelry library or I don't even know, calamity. So I'm gonna bring some backups. So projects. I think for purposes of vacation, I need a complicated project, an easy project, and kind of a travel project, like good for car knitting, or if there's anywhere to knit outside, or just something small that I can toss in my purse and, just to have. So my complicated project is gonna be my Schneeflocken by Sarah Solomon. That's a bottom-up colorwork yoke sweater that is using all the brain power I possess and probably more to get through. So if there's some knitting that I wanna do that really takes my full attention, that's what I'm gonna turn to. So if I bring my Schneeflocken, and this is what I didn't fully realize when I first started thinking about how I was gonna pack for this, every project I bring, I have to bring my yarn because what if I decide to work on that a lot and I run out of yarn that I brought for that project? So if I'm working on the Schneeflocken, this is my Brooklyn Tweed Loft. Do I bring all of it? Some of it? I don't know, this is it. So I'm gonna see how I pack it up. I'm gonna see what fits. So that's my complicated project. My easy project, or my more mindless knitting, would be my Copenhagen cardigan by PetiteKnit. I'm already about halfway down the body. I did the tricky pocket part, so I don't have to think too much about that. And this is part of a KAL, or a make-along, that's being hosted by Yolanda and Jordan over at Happee Knits podcast. And that KAL runs through the end of July. So I definitely want to bring that because I want to make sure that I finish that up before the KAL's over so I can submit it. So that's my Copenhagen cardigan. And again, this is a little bit more reasonable since I'm further along. This is the yarn that I would have to bring for my Copenhagen cardigan if I were to fully finish it up, which, fingers crossed, I should be able to finish that by the end of July. So that's my Copenhagen cardigan. And then as far as travel knitting or, car knitting or knitting outside, or I don't know, something I can just toss in real easy, I thought I would cast on my second stripy sock with yarn from Nomadic Yarns. So I'm hoping to cast on and do the toe. These are bottom up and I'm really not good at, the only bottom up toe that I've ever cast on is this one that you're looking at. So I need to sit down with the pattern and I usually need to watch a video tutorial or something just to get myself through the process of getting the toe on the needle. So I definitely want to do that before I leave so that I can knit on this in the car. And then I'll just knit a tube of stockinette all the way down and do an afterthought heel because I think that was really successful. I liked it. And a tube of stockinette knitting on DPNs is something I can definitely tackle in the car, even with a dog in my lap and some screaming kids in the back, right? I think so. So I'm gonna go with that. And then if I need new projects or something I wanna work on, or I don't know, if I get like the urge to cast on all the things, then I can always just go to a local yarn store in Portland, Maine, which is it's only like 15 minutes away, and we can pick up some new yarn. So I'm excited about that. That's what I'm planning as far as projects and yarn. Oh, except I was gonna bring one more skein of the yarn for my Edie tee from, this is Quince & Co. Sparrow in the colorway Truffle, in case I decide to rip it back. I haven't worn it very much, since I showed it on the last podcast, because I just feel like it really is becoming too long. I feel like it's growing. I think it's just the weight of it when I wear it. It's even more tunicky and it's kind of annoying. So I think I might fix that while I'm out there and just rip it back a little bit and bind off again in a shorter way. But I'm gonna throw in a skein of this because it's tiny, just in case I need some extra yarn to make that happen. Otherwise, the only other stuff that I need to bring are my needles. So I have this ChiaoGoo interchangeable set, which, you guys, to try to locate all my needles, some of them are being used in projects, but a bunch of them weren't. They were just like in project bags, or I don't know, in the bottom of my box of scrap yarn, or it was an ordeal. But I located all my cords and needles, and I tried to go through each pattern for the Schneeflocken, for the Copenhagen cardigan, and not so much for the sock because I know what the needles I use for socks, and just make sure that I have all the needles in the right material and the right cord length for what I'm going to be planning on doing as far as those projects are concerned. And then I threw in my DPNs because you never know, right? I usually use these for sleeves or anything else that's small circumference. And that way I've got these. These do not take up much space. They have their great carrying cases, so I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. So that's what I'm bringing for needles. And then for notions, okay, move over yarn. I'm keeping it really light. I'm just going to bring my snips, my tapestry needle, a measuring tape, and my needle case has a little zippy pocket that has stitch markers and some extra tapestry needles and some T-pins to tighten up the cords to the tips so they don't unscrew. And I think that's gonna be enough. And anything else that I need, I'm just gonna have to buy or do without. It's not that bad. It's gonna be fine. And then I printed out paper versions of all my patterns for those 3 projects so that if calamity ensues and there's no internet and we're trapped on the side of the road for 5 hours with nothing in the wilderness, then I can still knit. It's gonna be okay. All right, the only other thing I really want to talk about is our giveaway. So I know I talked about doing a giveaway when we hit 500 subscribers, and we're almost there. But to be honest, I really just don't feel like waiting. I kind of just want to give away some yarn and get it to you all without having to worry about boxing up yarn and mailing it out when we're away. So I picked up these 2 beautiful sock sets from Madison State Fiber Co. I'll show you their label. These are the colorway Yayo and Coney Island Queen. Coney Island Queen is the pink, and Yayo is this beautiful speckled yarn. It's like a citron yellow with some purple speckles and some pink, and it is gorgeous. And then this one is Born to Die, and Blue Velvet is the mini that goes with it. So this one is more of like a creamy base with some navy speckles and some of this beautiful blue that just comes through. So I chose the classic sock set. It's 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon, so 85-15, and it is gorgeous. You get so much. You get 120 grams for and you get 520 yards out of that of a 4-ply. So I got 2 sock sets here. I was gonna keep one for myself. I really want to keep one for myself, but I think I love these guys. I want to support them, and so I think I might just give them both away and order more yarn. So what you need to do to be part of the giveaway is subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already subscribed, like this video, and then just leave a comment below. It doesn't have to be about anything particular. It doesn't have to be like, I don't have a question or something you have to figure out. Just leave a comment and I'll do a random comment generator. And we'll get these out to you guys because these women are amazing. And I really think more people should know about them. And they're local to me, so who doesn't love that? So enter the giveaway and we'll get that yarn out ASAP. I'll keep the comments open for the giveaway until June 20th. That'll give me a few days to get everything boxed up and mailed out before we gotta hit the road. If you are a maker and you have an Etsy shop, or you have something that you think we should show on the podcast and maybe give away, I would love to hear from you. I am KNOT Fancy Knitter, that's not Fancy Knitter, on both Instagram and Ravelry. Feel free to message me or let me know that you have something that you think you guys would like. And I would love to do that. I'd love to chat about it, because who doesn't like free stuff? You guys, that's all I've got. I don't have anything else. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying cool. It's like 9,000 degrees in Chicago, so no hand knits wearing today. Have a wonderful week. I will check in with you after the 20th when the giveaway closes to let you know who the winners are, and I hope your knitting treats you well. Take care and stay cool.